Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the dreaded Heroes report. I know you probably already heard and found out that about some horrible deaths today. Man, it's just I woke up getting a bummer load. Anyway, it was of course China. She passed away last night, I believe. And here's the latest on that. Redondo Beach Police Department issued a press release on the death of former WWE Women's Champion Joni Lauer, or China. She was found dead in bed on Wednesday at the age of 45 years old. They noted that a friend of China's called 911 and reported that she wasn't breathing, and when the friend went to check on China, after she went for several days without answering the phone, police arrived, found her passed away. No indication of foul play, but they are investigating. TMZ, that's in everybody's business, including this, reports that police are investigating the death as a possible overdose, mainly because of her history with drugs. Prescription bottles are found in her home, but there were no illegal drugs and no signs of foul play. And then my favorite musician, and he's a great guitar player too. Not only a good singer, is Prince. It's terrible. And she was only like 44 or 45 years old, and he was like 57. Can't even make it to 60. Whew, sad day. Bray Wyatt suffered a calf injury at the event April 14th over in Milan, Italy, against Roman Reigns. Well, anyway, WWE's been kind of keeping that secret, not really talking too much about it, but Wyatt actually suffered was a pulled muscle, and he's going to be out of action for about 4 to 6 weeks, according to the Observer newsletter. And that indicates that the severity of the injury is not as bad as originally thought. So Wyatt could be back in time May 22nd for Extreme Rules. Never know. And by the way, Triple H issued a little tweet about China. It said, someone who wasn't afraid to blaze their own trail and create a path for those who would follow. A pioneer whose stars shine bright. R.I.P. China. Former WWE and TNA star Orlando Jordan, 42 years old today, while Ring of Honor champion Jay Lethal turned 31. And WWE legend Ed Leslie, 59. Who's that? Remember old Bruce the Barber Beefcake. And also today would have been the 45th birthday of ECW original Axel Rotten. Christy Hemming announced on Twitter that she's officially finished with TNA. Hemming worked as an in-ring talent, backstage interviewer, and had a role in the creative process too, since she signed back in 2006. Hemming gave birth January 15th, reportedly gave notice to TNA in May of 2015 that she was leaving to work on a great outside of wrestling job. She did some angles last summer, did ring announcing earlier in the year, but it appears now she's done. Remember, she used to be an active wrestler in WWE and TNA, and then I think she got hurt and never really came back from that and started just doing the legs and the ring announcing. Did a good job. It looks like Victor of the Ascension is replacing Adam Rose on the current WWE European Tour. Victor came out with Curtis Axel at yesterday's live event in Belfast wearing a Social Outcast t-shirt. Axel lost to Goldust, and then the two beat him down after the match until R-Truth came out and saved Goldust. By the way, Rose and Victor's partner Connor, they're suspended for 60 days after the second wellness violation of the wellness policy. Fellow Outcast Bo Dallas and Heath Slater, they're working the other parts of the show. So there's like 2 over here and 2 over there. A couple of tours going. And it looks like there's going to be a big media blitz as planned for The Rock's Baywatch movie that comes out May 19th next year. Said over a year away from the movie release with still 4 weeks left of shooting, but Paramount and global marketing strategy has already begun. Just went through the coffee table book size concept art for billboards, posters, and digital, etc. I like the overall concepts. He said, you guys will too. Some cool, badass, funny stuff. This is The Rock talking. Said, we're all Avengers of the beach, minus the cool superpowers and, flying around shit. And mixed with enough R-rated raunch comedy that will make one of my boyhood heroes, Richard Pryor, very proud. All right. WWE issued a Twitter poll asking fans if they enjoyed Total Divas the other night, just the season finale, and about 3,200 votes, 54% gave the episode thumbs up. I don't know how many give them in the middle and down, but you only got half the people liking it. I don't know about that. All right, this week's episode of Impact, Maria Kanellis won a ladder match against several of the other knockouts to take control of the division as their new leader. Next Tuesday's episode will be the annual sacrifice episode. And it's going to be Ethan Carter III taking on Mike Bennett in an ODQ. DK taking on TNA Tag Team Champions Beer Money. Braun taking on King of the Mountain Eric Young. And Tyrus taking on TNA World Heavyweight Champion Drew Galloway. Tickets, WWE is going to be taping Raw and SmackDown from SSE Hydro Arena in Glasgow, Scotland, November 7th and 8th. Tickets go on sale April 23rd. Man, they're going to hold your money for quite a while, won't they? All right, Stephanie and Triple H, they attended a USO Metro DC award dinner the other night in Washington, D.C. John Cena was also there, and he was presented with a Legacy Achievement Award for his commitment to the U.S. servicemen and women. All right, Nakamura and U.S. champion Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe and Elijah Sampson's match is going on. Peyton Royce versus women's champion Asuka had been announced for an upcoming NXT live events. Announcer Brian Saxton the other day turned 35 years old, and somebody might care, including him. Okay. Shane McMahon kind of went off on the Miz, I guess, the other day in London. And Miz was up there talking, and Miz started poking on Shane when he came out to confront him. And he kind of cleared the ring. Shane did. Could be a match coming up with him and the Miz. Never know. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.